Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to scan for the pointer for the health. So let's first attach Cheat Engine to the game. And then let's go and start a single player game. Scan for the health as a first scan. Try to look for a grenade in order to reduce our health. If you can't find a grenade, just receive some damage. Scan for the new health, which is 46. Next scan, and we have our raw address. So with this raw address, we can right click and generate a pointer map. And we can scan this, we can save this pointer map in our desktop folder and call it scan1. Or before we save it, we give it a name. We give it a label so that we can identify later when we are doing our second scan. So for the first one, we can say health map 1. So, or we can put a more user-friendly note for health map 1, like that, so that we will know later on when we are using this. So now we right click this and then we go to generate pointer map, and then here we go to desktop and save it in our folder game hacking as the first scan 1, or rather map 1, PTR map 1, pointer map 1. Alright, so let it generate the pointer map. So at this stage we have done this part. We are generating pointer maps here. So we are now going to generate a second pointer map. So to generate a second pointer map, we will have to close this game so that you reload new dynamic addresses and new pointers. Okay, so now we are going to start the game again. You don't have to close Cheat Engine. Now you just restart the Assault Cube game, and then we can go and I think we are still in the same game, so no need to change the map. So just scan for the new health. New scan, the new health is 100. First scan, we need to attach to the game first. So I forgot to attach. Click yes to keep the current list, and now we scan. Now we're trying to look for a grenade, or alternatively receive some kind of damage from a player. So we have a grenade here, and we can throw the grenade on the wall. Okay, so our health has decreased to 98, and we can scan for the new health, and we are down to 2. So we can add both to the list, and then we rule out one of it. Okay, so we can freeze the first one. We use the freeze technique to eliminate the false one. So we go and take some kind of damage. If we can find a grenade. where are all the bots? Okay, we are still 90. Okay, notice we just picked up a health pack. We picked up a health pack, but our health is still 98. Notice that? That means this is the correct one, because we froze our health at 98. The second one increased to 100. Alright? But the first one, because we froze it, it stays at 98. Now we freeze the second one. See whether the second one will change when we receive damage. So let's see. Okay, so many health packs but no enemies. And grenades also. Where are the grenades? Still no grenades. Alright, there is another trick you can do. Restart the match. So when you restart the match, your health will be okay. Now just go to single player, restart. This time we choose the correct map, Desert 3, and okay, just go and receive some kind of damage. Okay, we are down to 10. So we froze this, but it still goes down to 10. That means this is wrong. We can delete the second one. So now we got our two different health addresses. We call the second one for health map 2. Alright, just respawn to confirm. When you respawn, it goes 100. Correct. So now we got two different addresses, and we're going to generate a pointer map for the second one. Remember, we are generating at least 2 pointer maps. So we generate a second one here and generate pointer map, and then we call this pointer map 2. Okay, now we have 2 pointer maps. Now we have to find out what is the offset for this address. The pointer is offset. So to find the pointer offset, we can right click and then go to find out what accesses this address. So click on this, it will attach the debugger. So let it attach the debugger. Then we go to the game and just play. Okay, we are already getting some addresses. Let's take some damage. Okay, we got some damage, and now we have all this. We can stop, and we look for the one with ESI, and this is the one. We have F8 here as an offset, F8 as offset. So this F8 offset is used multiple times, so we should use this one, F8. So F8 is the offset. Okay, so I've already put it down in the PowerPoint slide. The tip here, F8 is the offset for health. So we can use this offset to narrow down the scan in the scan parameter. So now you can close this one, and we can now right click and scan, pointer scan for this address. Make sure you scan the second one or the first one. So the second one is the current health. So find pointer scan for this address, and here you select use save pointer map, and then choose the current one. Current one is this, not the first one, right? The current one. So the second one is the current one, and then select compare results with other save pointer maps. So check on that, and then you will see the select the file. So here is where we choose the first pointer map, the O one, and click open. And then it requires you to select an address from the first pointer map. So click on this and select this previous address. Okay, so now here, max level, you don't have to go to 7. I think 5 should be sufficient for this game. But for some games, if you cannot get results, you can increase the number of level to 7. So the number of levels here refers to how many offsets. If there are 3 offsets, then level is 3. 4 offsets 4, 5 offsets 5, 6 offsets 6. Some games can go up to 7 or 8 or 9 offsets, but for this I think 5 is sufficient. Note that the more offsets you put, the longer it will take to scan. Okay, so the rest no need to change, just click OK. And it will scan for this address. And it will ask you for location. You can say health PTRs. Click scan, click save. Alright, so now it has 408. Alright, we try to reduce this. We can sort it ascending, and you can see some of these are wrong. The ones we are interested in is the main module, AC client, as you can see from the name here. So we can rule that out actually by using a trick. In the pointer scan, we click pointer scanner, rescan memory, and we are going to remove those which are wrong. So those which are wrong, we can filter out using offsets. F8, right? F8. We use F8 first. So here F8, we use F8. F8 is the offset which we got from our earlier scan result. F8, you see? So you key in the offset, then you remove those where the offset is not F8, like this one can be removed. So this one can be removed, so it must end with offset F8. Alright, and then click OK. And the value, here you can key in the value. So the value is your health. So regenerate with a health of 100, and you can scan for 100. So those without 100 in here will be removed. At the moment this is not accurate. It has to scan for the running memory. So just click OK. And click save to overwrite the first result. And so now it's reduced to 17 results. Okay, so now you can repeat this by removing these two, this and this. And we can remove this by using another scan. Right click, rescan memory, and then here you can uncheck this because we already narrowed down all to F8. As you can see now, all the offset ends with F8. And now we have to add this one, start, not this one, sorry, base and pointer must be from here to here. So how to get this? Now to get this, we can use a trick. We can type this into the cheat table, right? We can type this to get the start address, range from, referring to here, and we can type the second function into the cheat table to get the second parameter, range 2. Okay, so let's try that now. So go back to your cheat table, add address manually, and then in here, instead of typing the address, we type in this function. So we just copy this and paste it here. Alright, so this function will calculate the start of the address. Click OK, and we got this address 0040 followed by 4 zeros. So over here you can put it 0040 followed by 4 zeros, 1 2 3 4. So this is the start of our module address, and now we want to do the same thing to calculate the range 2. So use the same trick. We add address manually, and here all we need to do is add this extra part, get module size, and also key in the name of the module. Or you can just copy and paste from here. Get module size and this, alright? And then just click OK. So it's going to add the module size to the start. That will give you the end of the range. Click OK and you get the end. So there's a syntax error. So let's go and correct it. So I spelled wrongly here. It should be client.exe. Alright, click OK. So the end of the range of the base address is 53F000. So we can put it in here. It ends at the address 0053F and 30. Okay, so now we have that. We can punch this into our parameter for the pointer scan. So let's go back to our pointer scan table, and then we're going to rule out these two by adding additional parameter when we rescan. So rescan memory, and here for the first part we key in this value. So just copy this. Alright, so we copy this and we put it in here, and then for the second one we copy this and we put it in here. Okay, right? So then the value to find, we respawn again to get 100 health, and then now we OK, we alright, yes, and now we are down to 17. This thing has not been removed. Alright, for some reason it doesn't want to remove these two, but in most cases it will remove, especially if it's a long, but probably this also falls within the same address range, so never mind. So what we do is we add all the above here, then we restart the game to eliminate further false positives. Alright, so we have added it to the cheat table. Now we can restart the game and see which one doesn't update. So now when we respawn, all of it updates with the... Alright, you see this few doesn't update? So that means this few on top are false positives. See? So we can remove all this. Delete. Alright, and this as well you can delete. All this can delete. Now our health is 100, but this one still doesn't update, so we can delete. Alright, so now we are down to 3. So we have 3 pointer addresses for our health. Okay, so we can use this to freeze our health. We select the first one and see if we manage to freeze the health. Go and take some damage from the enemy. So now we're using the freeze technique to eliminate the false positive. Okay, it looks like I have accidentally restarted the game, but no worries. Alright, now we restarted the game. We're going to see which one doesn't update. All 3 updates, alright. And I've frozen the first one. So let's look for a way to decrease our health and see whether the health freezes. If the health freezes, then the first result in the table is the correct one. Okay, let's take some damage. See, our health doesn't go down. Right, so now we check the second one, uncheck the first one, and see our health goes down. Oh, the second one is also correct. Now we take the first one, third one, and see our health goes down. Yep, all 3 doesn't go down. That means we have found 3 pointers to our health. So that's it. We can use any one of these, but to be sure, let us restart the game, so in case one of it fails to update, then we know there's a false one. So let's restart, close the whole program, and relaunch the program again. And let's go to the correct game. Okay, so now let's see. Attach to the game. Yes, looks like all three is updating. All three is updating. That means all three are equally good as a pointer for our game. Alright, so we found three useful pointers for this game, for the health. Right, so you want to save this. We can rename it first. We can call it health ptr1 for the first pointer, and these are all static addresses. Health ptr2 for the second pointer, and health ptr3 for the third pointer. Okay, now to be sure, we will close everything. Oh, before that we have to save. We forgot to save, so we save and go to the same folder in the desktop. We call it -2. -2, alright, to differentiate from the first one. Now we close everything, close the game as well, and then now we restart cheat engine. And now we load our cheat table, which is number 2, and then now we start our game. And we go to the correct game. Alright, then we attach it to the game. Yes, and you see it's updating. Now we can use any one of these to freeze the health, and it should work. Let's go and try it out. Okay, let's take some damage, see what happens. Yep, it's working. We are immune, invincible. Alright, so this is how you can create a cheat table using the pointer scanner method. Thank you for watching. You can try this on your own for the ammo as well.